Touchdown in the den, so go tell a friend. The best podcast on earth is about to begin. We got jokes and news and movie reviews. After Dark NC-17 with the crew. Interviews with the best artists around. So like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now.
What the fuck this bitch saying? Yo, Dre. What up, Aflo? What up, Al Unique?
Welcome to Down in the Den. It's your boy Mars. We are back with the second half of season 2, and who better to bring in the second half of season 2 to the hat trick, the first 3-time guest. We're in a real hip hop mood.
Yo, I'm first 3-time, bro?
First 3-time guest, the hat trick. We've got
this just happened spontaneously.
Spontaneously. We've had a couple of two-time, but the first hat trick, this man is he's got a lot of slashes, so I'm going to go through a few of the slashes. He is a manager. If you need your business in check when it comes to this music industry, he is a man I highly recommend.
Let me just don't let the skull cap. If I had my gel right now, and then I just came from work. You see the collar, you see the button down.
He's the hardest working man in show business. Not only is he a manager, he is a podcaster extraordinaire, partners with your boy Mars on the Unnamed Comic Book Podcast, available now, the #1 podcast for comic books, all on your interweb. So please check that out.
Bro, let me ask you, are we still taking like suggestions from people, or are we just going with Unnamed Comic Book Podcast?
Yeah, I mean, right now, but hell, it's still evolved. Let us know, Den Mates, because we know you Den Mates check out everything on the channel. Let us know. We're open.
If you think you got a better name, I mean, come with it.
Yeah, it's been unnamed because we haven't come up with a better name, because we give our creative juices to you. We have no more juices for names. So
no juices for names.
No juices for name. But if you have name juices, we're thirsty for those juices. So please, that somebody's going to take that out, and that's going to be on TikTok. Somebody's going to use that to get off. Please,
dude, I'm sampling it in my next song, bro. Honestly, next time I have something about, it's going to be about juices, pawn juices, bro.
It's definitely going to be juices. I have a sample in my head as I say it. But for all of the friends of the Den, I'm so proud. This man, #1 is in his name. The thing he does better than anything. The thing he does, one of the top MCs, and this is from the heart, in the game. If you don't know him, he's my buddy. He's my friend. John E. Raps. Welcome back to the Den, brother. How you doing today, man?
What's up, bro? It's very humbling to be called top MC, honestly, man.
It's not a lot of MCs really doing it, bro. It's not a lot of MCs. It's a lot of tricks, and it's a lot of trades, and there's a lot of music and beats, and there's a lot of trickery going on. But when it comes pound for pound putting bars together, man, I respect the hell out of what you do, man. You inspire me in many ways, so I salute you. And I'm glad to have you back, man, because we're going to talk about some hip-hop today. We're going to talk about, this is freestyle, there's no script. This is raw, off the heart. Y'all getting a raw episode, so I'm so happy. This is spur of the moment. I'm so happy to bring in my boy.
We was gonna record a new episode. We were supposed to record a new episode on Unnamed Comic Book Show.
Facts.
No?
Facts.
And I was just like, bro, I'm not in that zone. I'm like, right now I'm fully in the music zone. And I don't think you will get, my best unnamed comic book them, you know what I mean?
Virgin. And because of the flexibility when you're dealing with the former bearded weirdo, in case you guys know, this is not Carl Winslow. You're probably like, damn, Mars got replaced by Carl Winslow.
Like, where's Steve Urkel? Is that guy like did did Steve work? Like, you know.
This is for a role, guys. This is a good, as you know, your boy Mars. He has a lot of slashes as well. So I'm working on something very special for you guys. So trust me, the beard will be back. I'm not arresting anybody. I'm not officer friendly. Don't worry about that. Or just show me your goddamn license and registration. But anyway, uh, let's get into it, man. You just dropped some. Let's educate the people. Let's educate the people. You just dropped something.
What are we educating? Sorry, I got hung up because I was embarrassed about my Steve Urkel reference.
No, man. Everybody knows who Steve Urkel and Fat Steve Urkel, Purple Urkel. Send us some. We're proprietors here. So please, Purple Urkel, some whatever. You have your own strain. Send us some. Holla. Maybe we can have you on the show, Steve.
Well, I'm like the white Steve Urkel. You know what I mean? I've been told that.
Now you're more Stefan, man. You're a little bit cooler than Steve, man. Yeah,
all right, but I was just about to make a bad joke about it, like being Urkel with vitiligo or something. But
that's a pretty good joke. That's a solid 7. It's a solid 7. It's a pretty good joke. It's a pretty good joke.
Where's my glasses? I don't have my glasses right now, so you can't. I'm more Steph. That's why I'm more Stefan.
Yeah, exactly. And the same here. I'm going, okay, here we go. All right, there we go.
Marsalicious.
I'm back, my man. So tell me, man, let's educate the people. You're in the hip hop mode, man.
Yes.
Mode and when I say hip hop, this is probably my favorite work from you, and I've listened to the whole catalog, but it's really just raw hip hop. It gives me a very golden era for those. It gives me a vibe when it's all about lyrics, bars, rawness. I could do a whole review on the album. I've listened to it, but let's tell the people what you want to talk about today.
Well, honestly, I have some personal things to say. I would like to, first of all, just talk about the new releases that we've, had going on and stuff. If you want to ask me about that, and then we can just kind of like maybe divulge into the personal tip, because
let's do it.
I mean, I feel like I need to build up to that, but like, bro, like,
let's do it.
So the music is all part of it, right? It's all about the music. At this point, when you're this deep in the music, it is just all about the music.
It's all encompassing.
You are this deep in when the beat is in your blood,
in the soul, heartbeat. I'm giving the full Amarion.
Dude, you get in the varicose veins, dude, because you just can't even hold it in. That's what I'm saying.
So tell me about this project, because I felt like I was in the background seeing it formulated.
What project are we talking about?
We're talking about the Education Project. Education Rap Supergroup, led by my man Johnny Raps. Who else is in the group? Tell everybody how the group. First, tell the people who's in the group, and tell the people how the group came about, and then tell us about this album you just dropped.
Well, really, I think, education. You could think about it as like a super group project, I guess, but it's not. It's not really that. Like I feel like, we're still defining things and stuff. It's an EP. We got 6 tracks,
right?
But I feel like we recorded this shit in 2 sessions, bro.
I was there.
Like, not
physically there, but I was corresponding with you on the phone.
Yeah, dude. I was like, yo, dude, right? Like, here, listen to this, and you were like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, you even heard like the raw edits.
I heard the raw before it was mixed, before it was mastered, anything. And I was like,
here's the secret thing. I don't know if I ever told you about this. I think I told you about this on the show last time, maybe. But when Rob mixes a song, he puts it on this, like, it automatically uploads to a private SoundCloud, and then every time he mixes it after that, it automatically updates the SoundCloud to the new mix.
It's fucking amazing.
So, like,
Kanye does that a lot.
He'd probably be pissed off if he knew this, but, like, a lot of my friends, when we, when I first get the link to these mixes, I'll be, like, excited about it and send it to, like, my closest friends, people like you and stuff like that. And then I'm like, but yo, like, go back and go listen to it again in like a week and a half from now, and it's gonna be different, because I guarantee Rob's on there playing with it and stuff, because he's a true engineer, like
right.
that like, he is the ultimate engineer. He is a brilliant producer, a brilliant fucking music maker, bro. But, like, dude, as far as I'm concerned, this dude knows how to use a fucking computer to make any sound he wants. Like, I've never seen anything like it, man. The way he mixes a song and mixes my voice, it's just so intuitive to him. It's so intuitive to him, where if you pay the studio time, bro, like, with him, like, if he loves you as an artist, he might be crafting a beat around you right there. During your studio time and mixing it, and he's doing it everything, like, he's just, like you, he's trying to support artists like me who nobody would give a fuck about otherwise. They're not, like, not to, like, hate, like, you interview some prominent people, actually, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, we're all grassroots folks.
Yeah, man. We're all community.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we're all on, dude, like, real recognize real. It's an old hip hop saying, but it's very, very true. And when you see real talent, real artists that really have the passion, it's kind of like the Kobe thing. You want to do everything in your power to make sure that succeeds, because the ecosystem needs it. It's what's good for the environment. It's what's good for the people overall. So yeah, man, shout out to all the dope artists out there at all levels that's real and doing the real thing for the music. So tell us more about Rob, and we've talked about him before on our prior episodes, available now on Down in the Den. But we've talked about, how you guys met at a bar and you freestyled and you went to your house, and, he crafts, but he sounds like he's like a real wizard. Like, he's a wizard at this shit, like your Timberland, if you will, when it comes
to it. It was like this. It was like, we met at the bar. There's a whole fucking crazy story that I told you before about us meeting a ghost hunter and stuff. And he interrupted our conversation. Like, this dude came in with a suit. I was so depressed, dude. I just fucking, like, broke up with the person that I moved to Brooklyn with from Philly. I'd been in Philly for 10 years. I'd been dating this chick for 6 years. We moved to Brooklyn together. We got, like, like, her parents were, like, semi-rich, you know what I mean? And they put us up in a place in Bushwick, but it just became more of a bar. It was one of those things where it was like a devil in disguise, man. It was like, actually, like, that situation was fitting to be our demise. Because it was just like, her family was so central there, and it was just like, they were all up in our grill the whole time, and they weren't cool. You know what I mean? Like, I have a very juxtaposed position right now with my partner, because we moved closer to her family, and I was, like, totally cool with that, because, like, her sisters are dope. They're not intrusive. They're supportive of the relationship and stuff like that. Like, they just want her to be happy. And, I've been in so many relationships where, like, there's always like a sister or a brother or somebody trying to shut that down. You know what I mean?
It's a horrible feeling when, you're trying to be with somebody and their own family is against you, it ends up being in my experience, it ends up being a situation that's very hard to overcome because you end up somebody has to cut off the family, and then ultimately, it's a bit much. It's hard to overcome.
Yeah, man, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. In the John Smith EP, which I know you heard,
Multiple times.
and there's some real extreme language in that Restless song. I'm feeling restless. Fuck this shit. You know what I mean? But I say that shit. I say that stuff about tell your cunt mom, keep my name out her mouth. You know, which is probably the fucking. That's actually probably the worst thing I said on a record, to be honest.
Yeah, no.
As far as like words go, like that's probably like the harshest, thing.
Yeah, we're in 2022. I think that's
I mean, Eminem been said it and everybody else, but you know
right.
what I mean. It's still, the way I said it, and you know what it meant. You know what I mean. It was very much how I was feeling at that time, man. Because that was just like, you know,
That's the beauty of the music, though,
fucked up
man.
my shit. You know what I mean? Like these people, like, damn. You know what I mean? But like now I'm in completely juxtaposed position where I
Right.
am in close proximity to the family, and I love having them around.
Yeah, man.
It's probably because they're black people.
Well, so we are our tribe. We're very accepting people. Like it is so funny, man. Everybody I know, I have a lot of friends, and I've told you this before. My friends are like the Rainbow Coalition from ever because I just get along with cool people. I'll have like you'll see me, and I'll be at an EDM bar with like a transgender person, like two
Well, I
gay
know
men.
I've seen everybody on your channel, bro.
Everybody, bro. And it's just
Everybody.
like I'm just like I'm a vibe person. I'm like, if you're cool, I rock with you. I always say,
Yeah, I'm same way, man. I'm
yeah.
same way
I'm
for
like, there's
real.
two people in this world, assholes and not. That's really the way. Like you're a core, and I'm an asshole, but I'm talking about like asshole where you're like,
Yeah, you know what
ugh.
I mean. I'm the same way.
Yeah, but like
Same.
not an asshole. Where I'm like, well, women shouldn't have the right to have their body. That type of asshole, like
Like I'm an asshole that I don't have a problem telling you exactly how I feel about you straight to your face.
straight to your face,
And honestly, that is like, you know what I mean. I feel like this is something that I struggle with because I will tell people exactly how I feel, uncensored, in the moment, and there's something about being extreme and saying shit that you don't mean, but also you be trying to get your point across. You know what I mean? But for some
yeah,
people that are just like they can't handle that realness.
right,
You
right.
know what I mean? Some people cannot handle that realness.
I always tell
So when I'm
people.
like, go on.
I always tell people when they say, "Oh, I said something I didn't mean." No, I probably meant it, but at the same time, I may not mean it anymore. We're all have that right. We're different beings from second to second. We're not this stagnant human being. We shouldn't be expected to be the same person.
Yeah.
Stimuli, just like any living organism, impacts that organism, and the organism's natural reaction is to do what I have to do to survive. That's it. And that's from emotional trauma, physical trauma,
Yeah, and
whatever it may be.
you have a defense response for a lot of things.
And that's all it is. So I tell people, like, don't judge people from their defense response. Their first response is how they've learned to defend themselves.
Dude, I'd be saying some extreme shit. Like I'm how you would imagine Johnny Raps would be if somebody pissed them off. But I'm not that way at work. That's a
Right.
problem. That's a problem. That's the real problem, is because I have this 9 to 5, folks. You know what I'm saying? And
Part-time rapper.
I do like a part-time rapper. I do like my 9 to 5. I'm not gonna. I'm honestly not gonna front on it. Will I get out of it ever? Yes, because I have to if I want to tour the world and be the Johnny Raps that I was meant to be. Then of course I have to.
You outgrow it.
Outgrow that, and
right.
But I'm learning such valuable business skills, administrative skills. Like, I work for a giant, like, billionaire real estate development company. So, and I've worked for accountants, and I've worked for, like, I've been an artist the whole time too.
Right.
Before I was a rapper, I was a career actor in regional theater in Philadelphia doing Shakespeare and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I've always been a verbal linguistic, but I've always just been like learning more skills and learning more like marketable skills so that I always have something to fall back on. But it's gonna get to a point where I ain't gonna want to have nothing to fall back on anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm edging towards that. And like the more I learn these skills and the more I climb the ladder, you know what I mean? Because I get bread, bro. Like, I'm not bullshitting, bro. In my 9 to 5, like, people want to talk about, drug dealing and not the fucking 9 to 5 and shit. Like, dude, I'm sorry for anybody I'm working with that watches this, bro, and I'm not trying to brag, but I almost make $50 an hour, dude. Being a customer service manager. So front on whoever the fuck you want to front on, bro. But this right here is what is going to take me to the next level. Because this is what is giving me the money to, live a comfortable lifestyle while I am also building my budget and sponsoring my music and shit. Yo, my videos are fucking fresh, bro.
Facts. Talk your shit.
You think that shit is cheap, bro?
Talk your shit, Johnny. I love it. I love it.
But honestly, and I got good deals, bro. Like, my boy Mike, like, we work together. Like, he works for me virtually pro bono because of the work that I did on Shithead. And I'm sure there's gonna, like, one day I'm just gonna fully be able to give him what he deserves. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna stop working with him. I love him to death. He is, like, probably my best friend ever. My best friend ever is Chad from Blairsville. But, like, Mike is way up there. There's so many best friends. How do you determine best friends, Mars?
It's a great question, Johnny Rat. So best friend is actually just a category. You do not have one specific best friend.
You can't.
It's a ranking. It's just like the military. You start off as a private. So that's like, oh, that's an associate. An associate is a private. Like, you're in the armed forces here, but you ain't got really much rank. You can't tell anybody what to do. You're not going to help an associate move. If an associate asks you to move, you're like, ho, you got too much dip on your chip. Calm the fuck down. That's not what we're doing here. So then you go from associate to a friend. Friend is someone that you rock with. If they pick up the phone, you'll actually pick it up. You're not gonna, let it go. You're like, hey, what's up? That's a friend. This person you would rock with. You would, if you had to fight with, you
excited to talk to him, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. And if you had to form the Avengers,
you had to form the Avengers. This person that they get the call. They may not be leading the group, but they get the call. And then best friend is a category. This is if we're associating the superhero. This is your Batman and Robin right here. This is person knows where the body is at. But you can have multiple people that know where the body is at. This is the
yeah,
person
you
that
mean you
knows.
got the whole team, you know?
Got the whole team. It's Robin more important than
It's
Alfred.
not just it's Dick but it's Alfred, it's Dick Grayson,
It's
it's
the Grayson,
MJ,
it's
it's
Barbara
Staley,
Gordon. They're all best friends.
it's
Yeah, they're all
Helena, it's
Damien. Jason Todd.
Flavian, Mavian, and Schmavian.
There's a million people. So they're all best friends, if you will. They're all super friends, if you will. That it's a category. So yeah, you can have multiple best friends for sure.
Okay. I just wanted to check with you on that. Now I'm just completely off the beaten road of what we were even talking about. I don't even remember what you were asking me, bro.
No, we were
Sorry.
talking. No, bro. I'll chop it up. So we were talking about education, the project.
We
And
don't need no education.
is he dead? Is Neil Diamond dead?
Huh?
Is Neil Diamond dead?
Neil Diamond?
Yeah, is he dead? I feel like he's
I don't
dead.
know. I don't know.
I don't know. I just had a random high moment where you're like, dude,
Did I sound like Neil Diamond?
it did. It did.
I sound like Neil Diamond. I would assume he would be dead. He's probably mad old, but that's Pink Floyd, and we actually on the low. If we get sued, I want you to take this out of the episode, please.
Got you.
You can leave it until we get sued. But there's a sample from Education in Education, or not Educate. There's a sample from The Wall.
In the actual song Education on the Education
Yes,
EP.
in the song Education
There
or
you go.
Education, there's a sample from Pink Floyd's Wall. That's why it's Education, because it's the part that's Education.
Yeah, stand it up.
But you hear it very it's all very distorted in the background
Right.
and shit. And we also have we put a Sting sample in there. I'm totally incriminating myself by saying all this.
We'll just edit this entire section out, and then we'll skip it because I don't want
Whatever, bro. I don't you know what I mean?
I don't want you to get it because I love the album, man. I want people to be able to stream that shit.
Yeah, I hear you.
But
I don't know if you knew this.
No, I didn't see. And it's so funny because I listen to music in 3 different levels. So my first level is passing. That's if I put something on the TV, speaker, or whatever. For me, I gotta get a headphone listen if I'm really, really rocking with something. Then there's like in the car, but usually I'm having conversational cars, so unless I'm driving myself. But when I really, 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 really want to consume something where I'm just engulfed, turn off the lights, smoke me a J, put on my headphones, and I have these massage things that I put on my eyes, and I just space out. And I listen to Education 3 times. The first
3 times.
the first night it dropped. The first because there's only 6 songs, so it was an easy.
You listened to it before I listened to it when it was published.
Yeah, man.
I listened to it a million times before it even came out, but I was waiting for it to come out that night, and it didn't drop on Spotify. I listened to it. I don't know. Would you listen to Tidal, right?
Right.
Yeah, I was listening to Spotify. Did it come out right at midnight on Tidal?
Yeah, Tidal was immediate, and I always rock with Tidal. They're always immediate.
Spotify, their shit didn't come out, and I was just like there, and I fell asleep. I fell asleep at like 1:30. My shit wasn't still out, and I fell asleep, and then woke up to the album being there, and was real excited. So you listened to that shit before I ever did, bro.
Yeah, man, but I love it because Tidal has the hi-fi, where so it's high fidelity, and you can hear Like I love the distorted sounds, man. Was it and it was the same producer for all 6 tracks, right?
Well, no, Rob produced uh the last 5 tracks. The first track actually was produced by my homeboy Dre Hayes.
What up, Dre? That's what you say in the
Yeah,
opening.
Dre Hayes grew up in my hometown of Blairsville. He's actually produced many of my songs. I don't I don't work with many producers, you know what I mean? Like
You
as
talked
far
about
as
that.
beat
You have a
makers go,
circle.
like on the shit that I've released, there's 3 beat makers.
Right.
There's Rob, there's Dre Hayes, and then on that one song, Restless,
Right.
I did it with this dude, Mad Beats, who is actually Mr. Cheek's brother.
Okay, shout out to the Lost Boys. Shout out to
Yeah.
Mr. Cheeks, man, for those
Yeah,
hip
I
hop
never
heads.
met Mr. Cheek, but Mad Beats is a shit, bro. So, I know your brother must be the shit. I love you, Mad Beats. Um, we had a good time doing that song. I haven't seen him since, honestly, except for on Instagram. But he live up in Connecticut and stuff. He got his own studio up there. But he came down for a weekend and we did this dope song, and it was a really fucking cool experience.
And that was
So
Chocolate Starfish?
that was no, that was Restless. That's on
Okay,
the John Smith
on the
EP.
John Smith. Okay. All
No,
right.
Dre Hayes is Chocolate Starfish, and Dre Hayes has done a, a lot of my beats, really. Like starting from the beginning, like I just started buying beats from him because I was like, dude, he's really dope. He's my fucking homeboy. You know what I mean? Like, he grew up in Blairsville. He's fucking, but like, besides all that, like, his shit's hard. You know what I mean? And
It's
so I was just
definitely
like,
hard. Yeah, he sounds like RZA, man. He gives me like that RZA influence. It's so dope.
yeah.
It's all unique.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I got this one beat. If you heard it, it's RZA to the max, bro. This one beat I have is so Wu-Tangy. We almost recorded the shit we did to Chocolate Starfish on this other track. But then I played the Chocolate Starfish beat. Because we were just going through the Dre Hayes folder that I have.
Right.
Because I just accumulate beats from him. When he does put something that I fucking really love, dude, I just buy it from him. You know what I mean? And he's done custom beats for me. The first song on the John Smith EP, White People. It's my fault, white people.
Right.
I wrote that song listening to Mobb Deep. And what fucking Mobb Deep song was it, bro? God, there's a war going on outside. Man is safe from. What the fuck is that one?
Shook Ones?
Huh?
Shook Ones?
No, it's not Shook
Quiet
Ones.
Storm?
Huh?
Quiet Storm? It's a war going on outside. No one's safe from it's Quiet Storm, right? Doom da doom da doom da doom da doom da.
No. Hold up, man. Hold up. Let me just. I can't sound like an idiot when I'm talking about my shit here. When you be high and you just forget the fucking survival of the fittest, bro. Survival of the fittest. Yes.
Hold on, I'm about to pull
Survival of the fittest.
Oh,
You gonna play it, yes.
Yeah, man. I wish I could spell, bro. This is what. All right.
This was my song for 2020 and 2021, bro.
I'm gonna talk over this so they don't mess up my monetization. You hear it?
No, crank it, bro.
Hold on.
Higher.
Oh, you know what? I think I got to share. Hold on.
This fucking shit's dead.
Hear it now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to
How
P.
young they are, bro.
They look like kids, bro. They were like 17 when
They
this
were
came.
kids, bro.
I'm like, look how young they were. You're like, no, they were literally like kids. They were like 17 years old. Wow, man. That's art, man. That's dope.
I'm just some fucking 30-something-year-old punk trying to just like mimic the greatness that they fucking established. You know what I mean? Like sometimes
No,
I just
man, it's
feel
not
like
even
a punk,
mimic,
you know what I
man.
mean?
You got real soul in your shit, man. And like I said, I don't gas anyone up on the show. You know, it is what it is. I call it. That's probably my biggest flaw is that I can't lie. Not because I'm super moral or whatever. It's just like it takes effort that I don't have to just lie to anything. So it's just like you all the greats, all great artists, all great athletes, all great actors are a composite of their influences. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's a mimic. Every single you look at Kobe, you see Jordan, you see Dr. J, you see George Gervin, you see Oscar Robertson.
That's what I want people to hear in my music is
And
all
you
my
hear that.
influences shining through. Despite the fact that I'm white and corny automatically, like it can't be helped. But you know what I mean?
Man, that trust me, that is that even in hip hop, and hip hop is, I don't think we've ever talked about that on the show. Every white rapper, they always ask, do you feel it's a handicap? And probably in the only industry, hip hop, where it's probably a handicap or whatever. But as soon as you spit, that's what I like. Like if you sucked, it'd be a problem. You know what I mean?
Of course. And I'm different. You know what I mean?
It'd be a problem. You're different because that's
I got my style.
Yeah, but when you
fine-tuned it over a matter of years.
Right. But when you spit, it's like, yo, no, this dude is a hip hop aficionado. You can tell, underground stuff that hip hop heads don't know about, and you're from the golden era, so you're automatically stamped because you can hear it in what we hear today. 99% of it, and I hate to say it, I get so many emails, messages. Hey, can you shout out this song? And I'm just like, oh,
but it's garbage, dude.
It's
garbage. It sounds the same, man.
I can't do it, man. I have an integrity.
No, old school hip hop, dude. I honestly think that old school hip hop is coming back. Like that flavor. It may not like reignite in the same way. It may not reignite in the way that I want it to reignite. I would love to try to do that. That's where I'm trying to go with it, really. Even though my solo album might contradict that a little bit because like the bars in my solo album are like, and a lot of it it's simple. Like there's some songs where I'm spitting verses, but there's some songs in this new part-time rapper album, the full-length album, my first full-length LP, which is going to come out on 4th of July. Yeah. This shit was just all recorded back in like 2018, 2019. And I didn't put it out because I really wanted to do like a bunch of videos with it and stuff. Yeah, man, it's simpler, but it comes from a point where like me and Rob, like right out the gate, we started recording a lot of shit where I was just like MCing bars and bars upon bars and bars, but it wasn't actually refined.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we were still like, finding our jive together and stuff. We worked together very well from the beginning, but they say you have to like record at least, how many songs did they say you have to record? Like
25,
20.
right? I thought it was 25 songs before you
Get your signature sound.
get your signature sound.
Yeah, so
All the greats, Quincy and Michael, it took them like 2 albums, essentially, before you were like, okay, this is Quincy and Michael.
yeah.
And same thing with any artist that has a that work together.
Yeah.
Rick Rubin worked with the Beastie Boys a lot. He worked with Johnny Cash a lot, and they develop a signature sound with each artist.
Yeah, exactly. Like Dr. Dre and Eminem sounds different than Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Right. Or Dr. Dre and 50 Cent.
Yeah, so, we worked at, like, on the actually publishing end of things, I guess we are at that number of songs, pretty much. On my catalog, we're getting close to it, me and Rob, for what we've released. So I guess it is like fully evolving with education, because I've never been prouder of anything in my life, probably. That said, we started out the gate with, me just, it was bars, bro. I had written tablets for years that I never did anything with except for like spit at dumbass college parties and stuff. And I would spit ODB style. I would rap with fucking like, I would rap with fucking hippie jam bands at like basement college parties at Indiana University of Pennsylvania where I went. I would just like, somebody would be like, Johnny, like, we got a mic. And I would go there and there'd be like, they were doing their hippie songs, and then eventually the vocalist would bail out, and I would just jump on the mic and just start and then like just do some of my rhymes and stuff. But I had tablets of this shit. I never had hooks.
Right.
And so, like after recording a lot with Rob, like, and I did some shit that I had some hooks, but they weren't good. But Rob was just like, you need to learn how to do hooks, bro.
Right.
So
it's what makes a song a song. It's what makes it.
I went in on hooks, and Part-Time Rapper is an album full of fucking hooks.
Right.
It's got bars. In some songs it's got bars, but I also have like a song that's 1 minute and 15 seconds long.
Right.
And it is very close to just like the hook being over and over. But it is fucking dope. And the video is dope. Another level. Another level. Another level. And you're going to see it next month after Part-Time Rapper. The full-length LP. The first full-length LP from John E. Raps drops. Same.
Man, so it's the summer of rap. So we're starting off. It's the summer of raps. It's the summer of rap. Say that shit, man. That's an affirmation. Say it. It's the summer of
raps.
Of raps, and we're starting off the summer. We're getting one right when it's cookout time, right? The Memorial Day, right when the cookout time. We drop education. We get them. We get them ready. We get them. Damn, like yo, that burger was good, but now it's getting hot. Now we need the seafood for those down south. We need the crabs, and that's what we need, the crabs. Oh man, there's so many sound bites here that are just gonna be used against me.
Crabs, we need the crabs.
It's just gonna be used against me.
Crabs.
But
we need.
So we have the first full length album, and like I said, it's a perfect album because it's a TikTok generation. For the commercial side, it is a business. It's good music, but if you have a song 1:15, it's funny as I start going back and I'm making beats and I'm buying beats and I'm accumulating. I'm doing a thing back in the artist bag and remembering how to put together songs after not doing it for so long. So I respect you having that vibe with your producer, but also, you have to have an ear too, because what everything sounds uniquely you on whatever beat you ride. So that shows that you're a real artist, because you can hear that finding your identity is something that's very hard to do.
Well, I've studied music and performance, live performance, and theater my entire life. So, like, it is, on a record, it's pretty much a combination of, musical elements. Like, math is so important in it.
Right.
If you saw my notes, if you saw my lyrics the way that I have them written down on the page or in my notes on my fucking iPhone, like, you would see like numbers and stuff, because I'm counting the bars and all slashes and all of that shit. I'm not sitting down like
Beautiful Mind, where the numbers are just. I might put that mime on the
I'm not doing the lines. I'm not doing the lines with the, I'm not writing like fucking orchestral music or anything, which is also something that I've studied my entire life as well. You know what I mean? Like, I played a saxophone starting when I was in 4th grade, so I learned how to read music, and I've done, musical theater. That's how I was introduced to acting, which is definitely something that I hope, this rap thing leads me back into that in a way that I want it to be. Because that's kind of the thing, is like, I mean, I did that for over 10 years, and then I left it because, honestly, like, I just didn't feel comfortable being myself there.
Right.
Like, I wasn't making my own shit. When I worked with my own sketch comedy group that I formed over many years in Philly, and I felt very comfortable being myself there. Multiple things happened in my life that drew me away from that and into, honestly, it wasn't like, having my own sketch comedy group in Philly wasn't fucking lucrative.
Right.
So I had to go through, try to do bigger shows and stuff like that. But ultimately, I did not feel myself in it. And so, like, New York was such a big transition. And I think instinctively I just took the opportunity to really just, I hit rock bottom, bro. So I just, like, manifested my own shit, I think. I was just like, I had nothing else, and I was just like, I'm just gonna do what I love and walk around Brooklyn and drink and write raps. Drink and smoke and write raps, and then I met Rob, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I mean, everything, and I think for a lot of us, especially, I call them, Meat Meal has dream chasers, but a lot of us are dream deniers. And we let other people's opinions impose that, oh, you can't follow this particular dream, you can't chase this particular path, you can't do this, you won't be successful, you don't have this look, you don't have this ability, you're not tall enough, you're not small enough, you don't. And so a lot of us say, all right, this is what I really want to do, but there's so many barriers, I can't do that, so let me see what's the other path. So some people decide to get the 9 to 5, part-time rapper. I do the same thing. Most of us creatives don't sustain ourselves just simply on what we do to create.
I had no other option at that time. It was like that or be homeless. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's just like a reality that there's so many creators that I've interviewed that have at this point accumulated millions of streams. And it sounds like, oh, millions of streams. And you're like, no, dude, that's like $1,200, dude. It's $1,200. It's $1,200.
You really have to be slaying it to like.
You really have to be like, if you're just making
or
it.
you have to just be willing to take hits, man. You have to like really love it that much to just like not give a fuck about your lifestyle. But I'm 36, man, and I'm not living lavish, bro. But like, I want to enjoy all the things.
Yeah, I need to have cable.
That's why I got a shelf full of Ninja Turtles behind me. Listen, bro, look at this shit, dude. I can't wait. I've been waiting to show you this shit, bro. I ordered this shit from NECA back in December, bro. It just came. The Mouser pack.
The Mousers. Oh man. Remember those on the video game, bro? How hard they were?
There's so many of them in here. There's broken ones.
That's dope.
So you can have the turtles like breaking them and shit, dude. I'm gonna set up so much cool dioramas, bro. You don't understand.
I'm about to say, dude, you should take photos, man, and just have a whole page of fight scenes.
Oh yeah, dude, dioramas. That's what adults do with their figures now. That's what these are made for. I got this whole glass case behind me that I need to build. That's what that cardboard build box is.
Hell yeah!
I got lights to put in there, and I'm gonna build dioramas with all these motherfuckers. And dude, and I got like 7 other pre-orders coming.
Dude,
over the next year, I got all the secret of the ooze shit coming, bro.
Yo, film yourself making it, time lapse it. That's content for your page, bro.
Dude,
you know how many turtle fans would watch you making that diorama? I'd watch it. Look like Killmonger.
I'm an angry bro. I'm an angry man, bro.
Hey, man. Vent to it.
I went off on my mom's, bro.
Damn, man. We can't do the real Eminem. We can't have you doing that, man. Talk about it, man. And shout out to the moms.
Not the real Eminem. My mom is way, 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 way better than Eminem's mom ever was, exactly. Bro. But like, you know, my parents are mad old, actually. You know, they were born in the 1940s.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
They're old. They're in the 70s and shit, man. And like, you know, they've always supported me throughout my artistic shit, man. And it's just like, now that I'm finally doing something that I really, really love and that I feel is like part of my essence and stuff, like, they just don't get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, like, is the thing, well, but like my dad doesn't get it, but he's not hating.
Right.
But like, you know, my mom just like makes all these underhanded statements, man. It's just been like something that's festering in me because she just like, I don't know, like, tells me stories about people who in my, like, you know, little hometown. I've come from a little hometown of Pennsylvania. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, like, if anybody listens to my stuff there, man, like, that's amazing to me. Like, I'm doing it for them, bro.
Absolutely, you're repping.
You know what I mean? Like, in my next album, you're gonna hear Busta Rhymes shout out my hometown of Blairsville. No other. That's never happened.
That's a legend in the game. Shouting out the town of how many people?
I don't know how many people.
15,000.
There's a very small population. But that doesn't matter. It's where I'm from, and I love where I'm from. You know what I
That's
mean? But
huge,
like,
man.
people be coming up to her and be like, "Yeah, I listened to Johnny's music. I really liked it and stuff." And she's like, telling me about how she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry." She just doesn't get it, and maybe that sounds stupid. She be joking and stuff, and I probably shouldn't take it serious. I probably shouldn't take things like that personal. You know what I mean? But it's just been it's this awkward thing ever since I started doing the rap thing, or like, you know what I mean? They don't, or shithead. You know what I mean? Have you seen shithead?
Yeah, man. I've seen it 3 times. You sent it to me, which was dope, and then I watched it on Tubi, and then I watched it on Amazon. So I watched it three
Well,
times. Did a review. Super dope, man. It's
you
super
know what I mean?
trippy.
It's the stuff. It's the stuff that I'm most proud of that they hate.
It's amazing.
You know what I
And how many
mean?
people can say that they've starred in a motion picture? Dude, that's a huge accomplishment, man. That's something to be super proud of. But that's parents, man. Your mom might be related to my mom. I knew I felt like we had a bond, bro, because that's when you say your parents were born in the
40s.
40s. My dad was born in 1950, so he's 71. And then my mom, whose birthday is today, shout out mom, happy birthday. she just turned 60.
Moms.
Shout out Mama Mars, just turned 69 today. So she's close to her 70s. And I love my mom to death. I just bought her a brand new computer, so hopefully you can start watching my programming, mom. That will mean a lot to me. But uh, they people that are born in the 40s, 50s, that's literally the boomers, dude. That they're the boomers, man. They're from a generation where you could, if you went to college, oh my God, you could be a manager at a plant and have a beautiful white picket fence on the cul-de-sac.
Yeah,
Those days are gone. They greet their generation mess it up for us, man. Like
exactly.
so
So suck my dick. Is
that
what I'm saying.
that's ultimately what at the end of the day they have to understand. Like I was telling my mom, about some issues. I said, "Hey, mom, I'm going to take some mental health time for mental health," and she kind of just gave it a, oh, suck it up. But they don't come from a generation of therapy, and I'm like, that's why you
They
you
also weren't constantly fucking bombarded by like just fucking like
stimuli,
yeah, exactly. That's the exact word I was looking
stimuli.
for. Like you just all constantly stimulated by everything around you. Where they grew up, there wasn't as many fucking people, man, and there wasn't as much technology, and you know,
Yeah, I
man,
mean,
my dick, man. That's the whole thing. I'm just listen, bro. Listen.
I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. I feel you 100%. And that's one thing, and it's no offense out there, but you got to realize it is rough, especially for a male in this time. And it's not a shout out to women, shout out to people of all genders. It's not saying that one person's challenge is any greater than another because we all ride our own horse. We're all on our own path. And all of our horses go over different types of roads. Some people have smooth roads, some people have bumpy roads. 'Tis is life, not complaining. But the judgment, that's what I have a problem that we have to just stop as just people. We have to stop judging people, period. All of life's ills are because somebody has judged someone that they have no right to judge. My man's hat shows who could judge, but none of us are him. So in that respect, who are we to judge anybody's path on this life? Just be supportive. That's what the D.E.N is all about. Just be supportive, man. Dreams and nightmares. That's what it means. Dreams and nightmares. So if somebody has a dream, support them on their dream, rock with them, help them do it. And if you don't have anything to say, then as you said, shut the F up. If you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything. It's so easy. It's easier to not say anything.
It's true. It's true. And that's what I told my moms.
It's so simple.
I said, if you aren't going to be supportive, stay off my page.
Just don't.
Listen, man. Also, here's the irony: is just like it is part of being a Christian to be confused about your Christianity, to question it. You know what I mean? That's part of it, right? And so sometimes I wear this hat with honesty, and sometimes I wear it with pure irony because of, again, the resentment of how I was brought up.